Hello dear viewers and greetings from Bath in southwestern England. It is another hot summer day and I'm currently located in some kind of a trail next to River Avon. Let me show you how it looks behind me. You might be able to see the river in the back. I'll lift you up a bit. If you cannot see it still, I apologize. So here we are. Let's go and see if Megabyte is offering mega portions. If it's not, they could be sued for false advertising. And it seems like they are permanently closed. Well, that's another shop closed. Okay, we need to find something else. I really don't know what's going on, but lately so many kebab shops that I visited have turned out to be closed. I don't know, I hope that the kebab shops are not going extinct or something, but that definitely is something I find concerning. And it's also frustrating because I prepare everything. I put my microphone, I put my camera on, everything. I approach the shop and then it's bloody closed. And then I need to find a new shop and then hope that one will be open. Anyway, that's enough of the rant. Ranting is for losers. So let's find another shop and review that one. So it seems I will need to ascend this very steep hill just to get to the takeaway, the other takeaway, which is supposed to be working, and it better be working because I'll need to exert myself quite a lot just to reach it. I don't know who the hell puts a takeaway on top of a hill. I mean, usually people that visit takeaways are not the people in shape, and those people would have real trouble climbing up the steep hill. Okay. Okay, I can see the end. Just ridiculous place to have a takeaway. Well, I guess we need to burn some calories preemptively anyway. It was steep, but it wasn't too bad because it was pretty short. Diana takeaway. Seems open. Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you like?
Extra large doner.
Extra large doner?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good, man.
Oh, it's really hot in here.
Sorry?
It's really hot in here. How do you survive?
So much.
It's hot outside, but here it's hell.
Yeah.
Lettuce, onions, tomato, and chili peppers. Which sauces do you have?
Garlic and chili.
Garlic and chili then. And can I get a fork? Ah, okay. Yeah, thank you. Hi.
Right, thank you.
This kebab is boiling. That place inside is like a sauna. It must be 50 degrees at least. I was sweating 3 times more inside than I was sweating on all the way from Bristol to Bath cycling. Just mad. So this kebab is super hot. I did not get a bag for it, but luckily I have a backpack, so that's where it's gonna go. I just hope it doesn't fall apart while inside. But Jesus, this must be like the hottest takeaway and the hottest kebab shop I've been in. There is a park nearby, luckily, so we'll head.
On the
There's one bench in the shade, perfect. Dear viewers, my utmost apologies, but it seems that due to the heat, the electronics are just going nuts. Or maybe I'm going nuts, I don't know. In my last review, my phone froze or somehow it dropped the audio recording during the kebab review. And that was still okay, because I can take the audio from the camera even though it's very bad quality, but hopefully I can post-process it. In this instance, however, the camera did not turn on, and I only realized it after I finished the whole kebab. So size-wise it was 890 grams, and you got a piece of foil in between, so it kind of separated the meat and the vegetables, and you also got a pita bread on top. I do not know if I will actually publish this review or not, because the key part of the review is missing. On the other hand, I doubt I want to review the same kebab shop twice, so I don't know. So, right here I found a much nicer bench than the one I chose first. So they had a very interesting way of wrapping this kebab, because as you see, so they put the pita bread on top and then they put foil inside to separate the meat and vegetables. But first things first, 890 grams. That's a decent amount, not an extreme, but when it goes like over 800, I think that's a good decent kebab. This one is close to 900, so definitely good size. Value for money, well, that can be discussed. Let me show you how it looks inside. So you open it, it has like 2 compartments. The first compartment you see just the salad, and then the second compartment, it's meat and the sauce. It's an interesting way of making a kebab, but it is also a way to make it, to introduce even more separation between meat and vegetables. And if you've been following this channel long enough, you know that I don't like that. It is nice that the pita bread is not put at the bottom, so you can kind of eat bread as you go along, as you're eating meat and vegetables. But anyway, enough of the faffing. Let's start eating. This pita is very nice and crunchy, by the way. Normally it is not that crunchy because it's put at the bottom, so it kind of takes in all the drippings from the meat and the sauce, maybe some water from the salad. But it's nice to try it like this for a change. I like it. So we have the holy trinity of salad, meat and bread. That's why kebab is the ultimate dish. You have everything you need in this triangle here. Everything you need to go through life. Maybe, because they're now in 2 different compartments, I can actually mix the meat and salad. Then first take some meat, then take some salad. They were quite modest with the tomatoes they gave me. I think I got only 2 or 3 slices. But they did give me a lot of onions. Still, as long as you're talking about some green vegetables, that's enough. The chili peppers are quite big. Normally the ones that you get are smaller, although that doesn't mean you get more chili peppers overall, because some places they put loads of it. Here I got, what is it, only 2. Still at 890 grams, as I said, it's a decently sized kebab. So that means that they've put a lot of meat, which is good. If I have to choose between salad and meat definitely wins. Although a healthy mix is good, and I think actually these are good proportions. So maybe 60-40 or 67-33%. That's kind of the ratio of meat to vegetables, which is good. The sauces are pretty decent. Chili sauce does have a punch. I'm actually eating this bread like this. I'm just mixing dry bread with something else in my mouth. Not ideal, but I still prefer it when you just find the bread at the bottom, so you can only eat it after you've eaten everything else. Here at least I can mix bread with other ingredients. That's why this channel exists, because there's so many ways to make a kebab. We are here to let you, dear viewers, know which ways of making kebab are good and which ones are not. And if any kebab shop owners are watching, which I sincerely hope they do, please take at least into account what I'm saying and trying to implement some changes that I'm warning about. Now I've eaten some salad, I can move it here, and now there's space for bread in this box as well. As you can see now, there's a lot more meat left than vegetables, which is that good ratio I was talking to you about. So I'm eating mostly meat with some vegetables and some bread, and that's great. Let's switch from bread to the chili pepper. These chili peppers are somewhat spicy but not salty. To be fair, I like both of them, although then again it's a hot summer day, so if I eat too much salty food, too spicy, I'm gonna be very thirsty. Yeah, it's a pretty big kebab. I think the meat could have been grilled a bit more. Actually, I'm not sure when they opened, but I could see them only turning the grill when I entered the shop. On the outside you can see it's kind of dark brown, but on the inside it's light brown. I would have preferred it was grilled a bit more. So what I like about this kebab is that they're innovative. They separated these compartments, one for salad, the other one for the meat and the sauce, and they gave pita bread separately. So that allows you to actually mix the ingredients as you're eating, rather than forcing you to eat in a particular order when everything is stacked in layers. So there's definitely a plus for that. However, it is still a kind of a kebab where you need to do too much work yourself. Although I appreciate what they did, you get at the same time just 3 separate ingredients, and then it's your duty as a consumer to mix them and basically make your own kebab. And I'm definitely not a fan of those things, because if I already paid to have a kebab made, I would expect, to be it as a completely finished, wholly finished product. But in this case, I guess it gives you more freedom to choose how you want to attack, how you want to eat this kebab. If you want to mix everything, you can. If you want to eat just ingredient by ingredient, you can also do that. But still, I think that for a very good kebab, one should have it already mixed, so that you don't need to think too much about it, you don't need to put too much effort, you can just eat and that's it. As for the quality of ingredients, they are fine. Pita bread turned very hot, and when it was very hot it was good. Now when it cooled down, it's pretty dry and crunchy, so I'm not a big fan of it. I was thinking to give it 3.5 stars, but right now by the end with this bread it started to taste pretty bad, so I'm gonna have to give it 3 stars. It is still a good kebab, some innovation, you can choose how to eat it, but is it a great kebab? It's not. It does the job well, fills you up, you get almost 900 grams. Value for money, it's okay. Considering this is Bath, a very touristy place, I would say it's good value for money, although it's not good value in the grand scheme of things. And lastly, there's a place called Diana's Takeaway. I suppose it has a bit of an unusual name. It's not called Best Kebab or Kebab Istanbul. However, one thing I'm not happy about is that the takeaway is located on top of a steep hill, so getting there can be quite challenging. And if you're a lover of takeaways, chances are you're not in a particularly good shape. So I think for them it's either you come there with a car or you don't come at all. But anyway, it's not up to me to judge their business plan and everything. In fact, I should be eating more rather than talking. The key to being able to finish a massive kebab is to just eat, 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 eat. You need to finish it before your body becomes aware that you've eaten a lot. So you need to stuff as much food in your mouth, swallow it, and then keep eating, eating, eating until it actually goes down to your stomach and fills your stomach. If you do a break, your stomach will be full and you will completely lose the desire to eat anymore. However, if you would shut up, which I'm not doing in this episode, that's why it's very difficult for me to finish this now. If you don't shut up, if you just eat, you can do it, if you do it quickly enough. In this instance, however, my body is telling me that it's full. It's getting difficult, but I'm gonna do it. Okay, now it's finished. Look at these burn marks. The box got burned from how hot the bread was when it was put in. That's quite interesting to see. As always, thanks for watching and see you next week in another episode. This is ridiculous. Ridiculous. So, that was Diana takeaway in Bath. Due to technical difficulties, you were unfortunately not able to see how the kebab looked like, and this is a real shame because it had a unique structure. The overall impression is positive. The kebab scored 3 out of 5 in the taste department and achieved 111 grams per pound, which is good value for money. At 890 grams you will certainly not be left hungry. That is all for today. If you actually sat through the whole audio review, I sincerely congratulate you. You are a true fan of this channel. As always, thanks for watching and I'll see you next week in another episode.